afternoon. Great, my name is Haley. Welcome everyone to our overlook and underwater viewing areas. For those of you in the overlook, I'm across showing what we call our island over here. So as you guys might have noticed this morning, there's some major construction going on in our area. So here at Orca Stadium, we are doing a very large refurbishment of our stadium area. So that's why we're doing these sessions throughout the day, so you guys can see some underwater viewing in this overlook area. Basically, it's a really cool inside look into more intimate experience, showing you how we care for our whales here. So here at SeaWorld, we do have 5 killer whales. We have 3 females that have access to this pool in front of me and the adjacent pool to my left, your right. And we also have 2 male killer whales. So right in front of me here, this is Malia, she is 16. Nalani is next to her, she is 17. And then Nalani's mom, Katina, our matriarch, who is 47 years old, is in the adjacent pool already. So we do a huge variety of sessions with our whales each and every day. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a combination. So I am holding this box here, it's called a tone box. And we actually have programmed 10 sounds, so there's 10 buttons on this box, and we play a sound. It associates with the whales with a specific behavior. So that sometimes in our shows or our presentations, you'll see that you will not see a trainer, but you'll see a whale do a behavior. A lot of times we can press the button, plays the sound underwater, and the whales hear that and then do the behavior. So it's very, very cool. So what we're going to set up on this session, all right, I'm pressing our 7 button, which means to go to that adjacent pool. So we're looking for all 3 of the girls to go to that pool together, which they did. That's amazing. Beautiful. And then they're going to be getting reinforced together in that pool. So of all the things we do here at SeaWorld, separations are moving from one environment to the other. It is very important. We have 7 pools that are all connected through underwater doors. So it is important the whales are comfortable moving throughout the whole environment. So that was a great rehearsal of that, and they did an incredible job. So the trainers told them, thank you so much, that was amazing. And so they actually now are taking what we call a proactive break, which just means that was so great. We're gonna walk away, give the whales time to have some free time, reset, and then we're gonna go ahead and step back up to continue on in just a few minutes. So that's part of the That's part of the variability that we provide the whales throughout the day. Every time we step up doesn't mean they're going to be doing a 10, 15, 20, 30-minute session. It could be 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That was probably no more than 2 minutes, that part of that session. But just because we walk away doesn't mean we can come right back. So we like to provide that variety throughout the day, that some sessions might be 2 minutes and we might come right back. Or a session might be 15 or 20 minutes. So it's a good way to create that balance. We do a variety of different types of sessions and behaviors with our whales, one of which is going to be those gating or separation sessions where they learn to move throughout the environment. And we can practice that as individuals and as a team as well. Now you see Morgan went ahead and tapped the surface of the water in this pool, and that's the way to say wherever you guys are in the environment, we're in this pool and we're ready to participate. So they can hear it even from the other pool. And as you can see, we have all 3 of our females right in front of us. So Katina's heading over to your left-hand side to do an alien spy hop behavior. You saw Adam tap the surface over there. Beautiful. Now, as you saw Adam tap the surface, that just tells Katina, whatever we ask you to do, please do it in this spot. And as you can see, she did an incredible job. It looks like Nalani and Lauren are going to move over more to the left-hand side as well. So that's a little bit more of what we would call an exercise behavior. So we do a lot of exercise behaviors with our whales. It could be high-flying jumps, fast swims, making sure that their heart stays healthy, their cardiovascular system is healthy, just as important for them as it is for us. And then we have husbandry or healthcare behaviors. So those are the behaviors that allow the whales to voluntarily participate in their own healthcare. Looks like Lilia's going to do that spy hopping alien behavior. And now you see Adam's going to actually hold that pole up to give her a goal to reach for. Really nice, Malia. So we can use those target poles to help guide the whales and show them what we're looking for so that they don't have to so much guess. It gives them more of a clear goal point to hit when they're doing that behavior. Now another tool we might use is an ice cube. And we might toss that, and it might, when it hits the surface of the water, it means the same thing as when target pull. When it means, oh, whatever we ask you to do it in this spot, please. So that's kind of some tools that we can use to help communicate with our whales. You notice a lot of our communication with our whales is visual communication. We're using hand signals, and that's because killer whales have very good vision both above and below the water. So that's one of the easier ways for us to communicate with them. We can also communicate with them using tactile or touch cues, as well as those tones that I was talking about before, the sounds under the water. We don't do many vocal or verbal stimulances with our killer whales because their hearing range is much bigger than ours, and they actually hear a lot better in higher frequencies that are higher than our voice. So it's easier for them to hear higher sounds like the whistle that we use. Now the whistle that we use does communicate to the whales. Good job. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Come back to me. We're going to have some fun together. And that fun can be a huge variety of things. As you can see, killer whales do love fish. We can also give them a huge variety of reinforcers beyond fish. Their favorite toy, ice, Jell-O. The Jell-O is going to be non-sugared, non-flavored, unlike the Jell-O that we might eat. Maybe a back massage. So as we get to know the whales and build those relationships, we're really able to get to know what they like most, and we can provide that as that reward or reinforcer. So for that behavior on the left-hand side with Adam, Justin was looking for kind of that similar spy hop behavior that we saw earlier, but for Malia to shake her head back and forth. So you saw that Adam was using that cue with his target pull to move her head back and forth, but it seems like she lost a little bit of momentum on the behavior. So we got the head back and forth, but not so much the height in the spy hop behavior that we were looking for, and that's okay. Killer whales aren't perfect, just like we aren't perfect. They're going to get confused sometimes. So Justin went ahead and just reset, and they're trying again, and we're going to keep that communication from Adam to help her out as well. See how she does this time. So she's a little bit confused, and that's okay. You notice Justin didn't use his whistle, so that makes sure that she doesn't get more confused. Because remember, the whistle means good job, exactly what I asked for. So she knows, okay, that wasn't quite what Justin was looking for. And the good news is, since we use positive reinforcement with our whales, she knows that she can come back to Justin and look for more information. And as a trainer, if our animal is a little confused about something, that means that we're being more creative and thinking about how we can communicate to help them understand better. So it looks like Justin's just asking her to do a simple behavior that she knows super well, which is to wave to you guys. To get a little success, so we can be like, great job, thanks for sticking with me, you're doing a really good job. And so when we see they're confused, sometimes the best thing to do is just to move on and do something else. Because we want to make sure that our interactions with our whales are very positive. We use positive reinforcement, which means we can ask for that behavior, we blow that whistle when they do that behavior, and then we bring a lot of fun attention to that. When we teach new behaviors, we break them down into small baby steps, each step taking us closer to that final desired behavior. And we also use our whistle in that context to communicate each step they're taking, being good and closer to what we're hoping to see. Now as we look around the pool, we have Katina heading back to our other pool over here. We have Nolani here with Lauren, looking like they're doing a little bit of a relationship building session. Our relationship time with our whales is super important to us. So, do you guys hear some of those vocalizations Nolani was making? So if you noticed just a second ago, Lauren put her hand on her heart, and Nolani made a vocalization. It was a raspberry vocal. So we've been teaching Nolani. That's what we were looking for. Great job, Malia. So you saw Justin took a step back to kind of help her out a little bit more, and she totally got it that time. Now what Lauren's doing is the Nolani training team has been teaching her each trainer when they go like this, it means who am I? And then she has a vocalization that goes with each trainer. So for Lauren, that vocalization is that raspberry sound. So the whales do know how to tell us apart. They do know us as individuals just like we know them as individuals. So that's kind of a fun way that we can play with them and see them paying attention to who everybody is. And that's pretty fun for Nolani to get her thinking as well. Killer whales are very smart animals, so a lot of our training is built on mentally stimulating them and challenging them. So we might ask them to do stuff individually, we might ask them to do behaviors all together, we might ask for behaviors that are normally in one position of the pool and ask them to do them in another position. Killer whales also very good at doing what we would call modifiers to their behavior. So we can ask for a behavior they know, like a jump, but we can also ask them to squirt water, maybe take their pectoral flippers while they're jumping. So that's ways that we can modify that behavior. And then that gets them thinking. They're thinking about what behavior they're doing, what modifiers they have, where they're going to be doing that behavior. So it's really important for their mental stimulation that every day is a little bit different. So we have this variability in the sessions that we do, the type of things we do in our sessions, and then also complexity within those sessions. And that's a great way to keep our whales' days balanced. Now you might see that we are feeding our whales fish. Our killer whales are fish eaters here at SeaWorld. They eat capelin, herring, and salmon. Now throughout the world, there are 10 different ecotypes of killer whales that live in different locations, have different cultures, eat different things. So being the top part of the ocean, it's possible for killer whales out in the ocean to eat seals, sea lions, fish, penguins. Basically, if it's in the ocean, it could potentially be food for killer whales. They are the top predator. Now, I've been hearing a lot of killer whale vocalization. And I think Katina just showed you over on the right-hand side where those vocalizations are coming from. All the killer whale vocalizations come from the blowhole on top of their head. They're able to manipulate that flap on top and make a huge variety of sounds, just if you were playing with the air coming out of a balloon. So they do not have vocal cords like we do, so none of those sounds are coming out of their mouth. And the only thing you are going to hear coming out of a killer whale's mouth is going to be a burp. And yes, they do burp, especially our teenage boys. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about our killer whale family today and seeing our females. We hope you have an incredible rest of your day here at SeaWorld. We want to thank you so much for being here, because it's your support that allows us to care for animals here at SeaWorld and also out in the ocean and out in the rest of the world where we do our rescue, rehabilitation, and conservation programs.